The girls earlier successful against the Lady Pirates Mannford, 50-45, clinching their spot in the regional consolation championship game. The Woodward girls still don't quite know their opponent yet, although we're getting some more clarity right now in front of us as Elk City, Clinton battling on this floor as we speak. And I tell you what, Eric, Clinton, you got to give them credit. You know, this was a team that only won 4 games coming into the regional. They beat Cushing yesterday, and they put up a good fight so far against Elk City, although the Elkettes starting to take control of this game here in the third quarter. It was 29-20 at the half. Elk City just led by 9, but the Elkettes have come out with an 11-0 run to start the third quarter. I say that, it's almost the end of the third quarter, so they're about to shut out Clinton here in the third quarter. Impressive, but, you know, again, credit to Clinton for fighting the way they did.
Yeah, really, they kind of came into the game, and I think they kind of caught Elk City off guard. Elk City thought they were going to, I don't want to say run away with it early, but, you know, they put up a fight, played very scrappy basketball, which I was telling you. I was like, I kind of like the fact that they're playing scrappy basketball because that means, you know, maybe they're going to wear down Elk City because Elk City's going to have to play early tomorrow against the Boomers. So, you know, hopefully it kind of benefits the Boomers tomorrow whenever they take on the Lady Elk. The Elkettes.
The Elkettes. They're one of the actual Elkettes, yes.
So I kind of wish we were still Boomerettes, but still, you know, and so we'll kind of see if this game does affect them at all.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see. And was an upset abound earlier today as well on the boys' side. Woodward knows their opponent. Should they win tonight against Mannford, they will take on the Cash Bulldogs. Cash upsets Cushing earlier today, 50-47. Cash came into that game I think they were 6 games, under 500. And they come in, they upset the number 13 team in the state for 4A in Cushing. And, man, what a whirlwind for Cushing. They lost to Kingfisher in double overtime, turn around, and they lose to Cash in the consolation semifinals. That is a shocker in this 4A Area 1 region.
I mean, is it a shocker?
It is. It is. By the rankings, it's a shocker.
Yes, by the rankings. And Cushing is a good team, you know. But that's, again, we talked about, you know, through multiple broadcasts this year. Once you hit the playoffs, man, everything becomes different. Different. Those teams who aren't expected to be there or to be at a certain point, when they reach it, you know, they're just playing, you know, loose because that expectation, they've already passed their expectation. They're going out there to kind of shock people. So it sounds like that's kind of what they did to Cushing today. And, you know, now more than likely the Boomers are going to have to face that tomorrow.
Yeah, that will be a Cash Bulldog team that is playing with some confidence. I mean, they beat Elk City, erased them in the first round of the regional consolation, 59-15. So really locked down the Elks in that and then turn around and beating Cushing. That is a huge victory for Cash. So I would expect, should Woodward win tonight in advance, you're going to get a very scrappy Cash Bulldog team tomorrow afternoon should you get to that game. But looking at this matchup for the Woodward boys, we start talking about the Mannford Pirates and kind of what they are. 13-10 on the season. Mind you, they started the year 7-7, so kind of up and down, but they finished real strong, or have been trying to finish real strong, I should say. They're 6-3 over their last 9 games, so pulled out consistent victories. Seniors, Jay Nager, Mason Harvey, there's some sharp shooting guards. You got to watch out for them. They can fill up in a hurry. They got an intriguing sophomore, Logan Bynum. He's going to bring a little bit of size and athleticism and some good other contributors to go along with that for this Mannford team. And when you look into their history under head coach Mike Banfield, who's been a fixture at Mannford. He's been, you know, a decade plus at this point and has done some really phenomenal work. They've had a lot of seasons where they're 20-plus wins. And over that stretch as well, even getting to that 25-win mark, which is really hard to do quite a few times, making deep runs into areas, the occasional state appearance as well. And we just look up and down of what they've been able to do under his leadership as a head coach, is that it seems to not matter who they got as far as an athlete, whether they're gifted that year athletically or not. I mean, he makes the most of his players. They all kind of, you know their role, they get after it, and he instills some confidence in them. So it'll be interesting to see how this Mannford Pirates squad comes out tonight. Started the regional for them. They had lost to Cushing in the district championship game, 47-39, a tight one there. turned around, though, took care of Clinton 52-36, and that is how they got to this game tonight. But, you know, the Woodward boys are coming off that loss to Weatherford. You were close for a few quarters there. Then Weatherford did what, you know, they tend to do and kind of turned it on. But it's one of those deals where if you're the Woodward boys there, can you talk about this a little bit? You got to make sure you come out of the right mindset tonight, and you can't just think, well, okay, you know, we had some good things against Weatherford. We'll just come out and, you know, show up tonight, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, you know, but it kind of goes to that mindset of, well, now there's no chance to kind of play bad.
Yeah.
You know, you play bad, you're done. You know, you play bad, you're going to play soccer, you're going to play golf, you're going to play baseball, whatever it is, track. You know, if you want to have a chance to, you know, get that gold ball this year, you got to keep going. You got to bring it the whole time. You know, I heard a coach, you know, say it perfectly, you know, where he was talking about no plays off. It doesn't matter whether you're up 30, whether you're, you know, down 30. You've got to go hard at all times, no matter what. And I think that's the mindset the Boomers are going to have tonight, and, you know, and expect to take care of business.
Absolutely. We talked about that Weatherford game last night, 74-42 loss. It was a little closer than what the score indicated. It felt like most of that game. You look at the first quarter, Woodward trailing 18-13 after one, so you played it tight there. And with just under 4 minutes left in the half, you're only down 24-17, but that's when it started to turn. Weatherford puts together one of those kind of continuous runs where it just seems like every possession they're, you know, succeeding. It wound up being a 14-0 run to close the half there for Weatherford. That made it 38-17 at the break, put Woodward in a tough spot. The boys, to their credit, came out of the third quarter, back and forth with Weatherford there, won the quarter ultimately by 2 points, but still sits you up with a large gap, obviously, for the fourth. And then C.J. Nixon, I mean, my goodness, early in that fourth quarter has that sequence where he's throwing down a dunk, he's hitting a three, he's doing things on the defensive end, he's coming back, hitting a signature kind of crossover into that mid-range. He's flying by guys for layups. It's just a completely different man in the fourth quarter compared to what we saw earlier in the game. When he turns it on, it is a sight to behold.
Yeah, I think about what Coach Godwin sorry, I just looked at how few points Clinton scored here in the second half. It's just
they're up 4 points right now in the second half, and we are working through the first minute of the fourth quarter. So it's a rough go now for Clinton.
I think they've only scored 7 points here in this half, because I think it was 17.
It was 29-20 at the half, yeah.
Okay.
So they're at 24. And Elk City has widened their lead 51-24. So very likely, unless chaos happens, Woodward will again meet up with Elk City, this time for a regional consolation championship.
But, you know, going back to C.J. Nixon, what you were talking about, I think about what Coach Godwin was kind of joking about when we were, you know, between games, where he was talking about it must be nice to sit there and miss free throws and miss shots underneath the basket, and then all of a sudden be like, okay, I'm going to go play ball.
Well, that's,
you know, and it just all of a sudden you just take over the game.
And that's the wild part. He had 4 points at the half, legitimately. And he missed looks underneath, and part of that, you got to credit Woodward kind of being his face on it, but he's missing free throws. Threes weren't going down. And then it's just, I mean, it's like Superman kind of, you know, takes off the Clark Kent get up, and here he is, you know. It's wild to see that transformation. But for the boys' side of things, for Woodward in that game, a lot of good stuff. Obviously, Caden Gaines, man, it was really impressive to see him handle that moment the way he did. Had 22 on the night, hit 4 threes, was not afraid to pull up in the face of the Sage twins and hit some big shots there. Gage Hutchins had some great moments. He had 12 points. And, you know, you get Carter Reed that chipped in on some big baskets as well. But it just was one of those situations where it's clear as we talked about last night, you blink and Weatherford could turn the game on a dime. So got to kind of put that past you now and apply the new mentality today, what we talked about, where, like I said, you can't afford a bad game. You got to come out and succeed from the jump, right? Eric Scott getting disrespected by a couple of his fans over here.
By a couple freshmen.
Freshman fans, man. Jeez.
Okay.
Jeez.
So.
But anyways, definitely want to see the Boomers, you know, like you're talking about, come out, start hot today, and try to take care of Mannford. Pirates will be an interesting test. Game winding down between Elk City and Clinton. We'll step aside for our first pregame break, come back, and take a little bit deeper dive into some of the X's and O's that the Boomers can apply today against the Mannford Pirates. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
At Bank of Western Oklahoma, we've been a cornerstone of the community since 1908. Being locally owned and operated, we understand the values and the culture that define Western Oklahoma. From supporting local farmers to helping small businesses thrive, we take pride in offering personalized banking solutions that reflect our deep understanding of Western Oklahoma. Discover the difference of a bank that's been by your side for generations. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back at the Hive in Kingfisher as the Woodward boys, Mannford Pirates waiting to go to battle as the fun Elk City game wraps up in front of them. But something interesting of note, not that it matters heavily, the Woodward boys this weekend, you go through the bracket entirely, they're the road team every game. Sometimes that happens, that's a little odd, but going to be the road team all throughout the weekend. The Woodward girls were the home team earlier today, so they at least got to experience that a bit. But when you start looking at the X's and O's of this game between the Woodward boys and the Mannford Pirates, Mannford, I'm happy to report, does not have 3 6'7" players. Their tallest guy is 6'4". They've got a handful of 6'2", 6'3" guys, but nobody overwhelmingly tall, and the 6'4" guy does not start. So on that sense, Eric, it's already easier for the Boomers in the matchup there. No Sage twins to throw at Caden Gaines, no CJ Nixon to kind of at will get himself into the paint. It's definitely more of a Mannford team that has to rely on some of that speed, right? Their guards are going to be the strength of that. A little bit smaller, kind of like a Connor Price type where, not necessarily the biggest height, but they're going to bring some IQ. They're going to bring some shooting, some good defensive prowess out on that perimeter, so you have to watch that if you are the Boomers. And this is a game where physically, Connor Sunderland, Isaiah Washington might be able to kind of pop off. We've seen in the past in matchups like this where Woodward realizes the team doesn't quite have that size, and we've seen Connor and Isaiah really have some great moments in games like that. Yeah, we have. And, it's one of those things where, you look at the size difference that Mannford has, with the Boomers. And then I'm just, you always hear the eye test and things like that. Just the eye test of watching Mannford walk in, you're kind of like, well, they don't have any ballers. They don't have, nothing exciting. But they're a blue collar coach team from the blue collar area of the state where, that they're gonna go out there and fight. And so I'm excited to kind of see what both Sonny and Isaiah can do tonight, because we've seen times where, now Elk City is just hitting everything. Yeah, not to interrupt you, but one of their players just popped right wing three, and it's just net. And Elk City, mind you, was only leading by 9 at the half, 29-20. It is 63-24 as we work through the midway point of the fourth quarter. Elk City has now emptied the bench, and they're this is pretty much how the game early in the season went. Yes. So about the same gap. I think this was the exact final score at 63-24. So, but the fact that, we get to see Isaiah and Sunderland kind of get down there and work tonight, you can see them kind of having themselves a good game, kind of balancing out, kind of taking away, from we've seen Gage have to step up at times. We've seen Carter step up at times. And we've seen Isaiah come in and play well at times too. But, this is kind of that opportunity for those two guys to really kind of make a difference here in the playoffs. Yeah, and they definitely tried last night. Not to say they didn't, but, I mean, it's different when you're used to getting on the block and the guy down there with you might be your size, maybe a touch taller. Now you're getting on the block and you got two guys that are about 3 or 4 inches taller than you on you all of a sudden. It makes things, and that's, I think, Eric, one of the biggest things, you can speak to this on the coaching side, you were exposed last night to a team that affected everything you did in such a unique way compared to what you're used to on the season, right? The length of Weatherford that we talked about affected how you passed the ball, affected your angles trying to attack. So when you go from that to then turn around and play in a team that does not have that, do you think as a squad it makes it easier for you, or do you have to kind of recalibrate a little bit to get back into the right flow? Yeah, as far as the few times that I've had that situation, because when I was at Olive, we had to play Glencoe. When Glencoe was great length on them, unbelievable. Great, absolutely. And we lost by 70 points, but still, we had to play Glencoe. And then we came out. That was in the Glencoe tournament,
And then we came out against, I think, Hominy right after we played Waco. And Hominy was a pretty decent team, but same thing. It was just it was a completely different type of team.
Right.
You know, and it just, for me, I just kind of went into it just telling the guys, you know, hey, let's just stick to what our brand of basketball is. You know, because we know that we can compete with most teams. You know, you got to take away the good things you did last night, you know, against Weatherford, or like I said, when we played Glencoe, you got to take those good things, you know, not take those for granted, but you also got to throw it out the window, say, hey, let's go out there and just play ball now, you know, and if we play our brand of basketball, you know, we should be okay.
And what was interesting, too, with that, you know, just from a style perspective, Woodward went into last night's game with a clear plan in that first quarter, saying we're going to pull from the Anadarkos of the world, and we're going to slow this game down a little bit, right? We know Weatherford's got that length, and you mentioned this early in the broadcast. If you could keep that defense of Weatherford moving a bit, that length kind of gets pulled away a touch because they're not in the position to sit up and, you know, block you off, square you off. But when they go to that high zone, boy, that's a different beast right there, and we saw that ultimately be the difference. So you're right, probably I'd imagine for Coach Gaines it's going to be, like you said, more of a call to say, all right, let's get back to what we do well and go out there and try to execute it. That's probably the game plan coming in tonight, I would imagine.
Yeah, you know, and this, you know, luckily you come into a game like tonight, you know you don't have to play perfect basketball. You know you can make a few mistakes, and, you know, you've got enough, you know, good players, and you're better than them enough that you can go out there and kind of make up for those mistakes. You know, when you go up against a team like Weatherford, it's got to be almost a perfect game.
Yeah.
And here's the thing:
Absolutely.
It's not just Woodward has to have a perfect game. Most teams Weatherford plays,
95% of teams
is going to have a perfect game. You know, like I said, when they played Owasso earlier this year, you know, that Owasso had the best player in the state drop, I think, 40 points or something like that against Weatherford to beat them. You know,
that was mind you, the final score of that game was 47-34.
Right. Yes.
He had to carry Owasso essentially.
Yes. You know, and so it's just one of those things where, you know, that's just how good they are. You can't take all of your, you know, thought processes, all your decisions that you got to make, and you can't base that off of a game like Weatherford. You know, look at the game like Anadarko. That's the game you say, okay, we made some mistakes here. If we clean this stuff up,
right,
we'll be, you know, we're going to be okay. So I think that's kind of how you got to look at it.
Highlighted Connor Sunderland as Isaiah Washington as guys that I'm interested to see if they can kind of have a big impact tonight. I'm also kind of circling that trio of Carter Reed, Connor Price, and Gage Hutchins, because I talked about the guard play for what Mannford and what they could do. You know, you're going to have to be tight defensively on those guys. They've got good shooters on the perimeter, and that opens up a lot of things for them when those guys get rolling. You know, you're talking 40+% three-point shooters through most of their career. So, in that sense, that's a different challenge tonight, right? Because we know Weatherford could shoot, but they have the length that's a little different, the ball movement. Probably not going to see that same ball movement out of Mannford, but the threat's still there. Got to really be careful if you're Woodward early in this game to make sure that Mannford's not going to get that confidence built up straight away.
Yeah, one of the good things, though, about Woodward is how quick they are, you know, as far as closing out. There's been a few times they've got beaten by the three, but it's not necessarily been the half-court set that's hurt the Boomers. It's when teams get going really fast. I mean, if you think about the loss against Dodge City,
you
think about the two losses against Anadarko. Those are faster teams that play faster than us, and we play fast-paced basketball like we do, you know. But those are two teams that, you know, play so much faster. Mannford's not going to play like that, you know. So if you just stick to your man, you know, if they penetrate the kick, you know, you're able to recover and get out there and kind of just force them to take a bad shot, you know, you should be okay.
Yeah, and you say faster, right? And that's a good term for it. I would almost argue higher processing, right? Especially Anadarko with that senior lineup, the way they could process the defense and get through their reads on it, so to speak. I mean, that's tough to deal with because it doesn't look like they're playing fast by pace, but they are in terms of the decision making. You know,
and they're not as scrappy.
Right.
That's what Dodge City got us because of the scrappiness. And
correct. Yeah.
I mean, that's where. But, you know, Anadarko, you know, is a good team. I mean, those two losses, you can't be too down about those two losses just because, I mean, that's another team that's going to be playing in the big house in 2 weeks more than likely. So.
And here's the crazy part of that with the Anadarko and the Dodge City loss. Those are the only two Woodward so far suffered in 2025. After the new year, that was it. I mean, that's, 12 I think it was 12 over the last 14 games.
Pretty good.
I mean, that's pretty stout. That is pretty solid, no doubt about it. Oh, boy. This game, though, in front of us, Clinton Elk City.
Starting to drag, to be honest with you.
I mean, there's 26 seconds. I don't know about drag. You're in that spot where they're just, you got
our game's supposed to start in 4 minutes.
We're only going to be about 5 minutes behind. It ain't going to be too bad. 5 or 6, so not too terrible. But Elk City has absolutely closed the book on this one. 66-32 right now is your score. Like I said, Elk City is going to move on and play Woodward tomorrow at 1 o'clock on the girls' side. And for the Woodward boys, keep in mind they've been playing at night all throughout this regional. It'll be a 2:30 game tomorrow should they be able to win and advance tonight. So you go from playing the last game of the day to one of the earlier games. So that would be a little bit of a shift. But you'll be playing right behind the girls, so kind of feel at least in rhythm there like a normal, set of games, I would imagine, for the boys. And looking at some of the other kind of news and notes, areas, of course, would pick up next week on Thursday in Stroud. The structure for that would be similar in terms of your schedule, where you'd have a 1 and 2:30 session and then a 6 and 7:30. Those area championship games would be played a Friday night, so that means on Thursday it'd be all consolation within those games. And for Woodward, should both teams be able to get through the consolation championship games tomorrow, you would be playing the 6 and 7:30 on Thursday. So you would instantly get the nightcap there. That would kind of be interesting. Give you a little bit later time of the day. Not have to have the early day and juggle that with school and all that, so it wouldn't be too bad for the girls and boys there. And it is a final. Elk City has taken down Clinton 66-32, your final of the game. At least in the first half was a lot closer than that. If you're just joining us again, it was a 29-20 game at the half.
And we're all a little shocked with the way the first half went.
Clinton was battling, but held to just 12 points in that second half. So each team starting to hit the floor for the boys' game ahead between Woodward and Mannford. Again, the Boomers going to be the road team tonight, so they're going to wear those road black uniforms. Mannford going to be in their home whites for tonight. Great Plains Bank, heritage, trust, respect. Those are the things that make Great Plains Bank great. With deep roots across Oklahoma and Texas, they are in touch with communities in which their customers live and work. Compass Athletics, from sports equipment to championship trophies and everything in between. 2024 Main Street in Woodward, or 580-256-7045. And R5 Customer Embroidery. When you work with R5, you can count on a quick, fun, and enjoyable process with results that consistently exceed expectations. Go chat with their screen printers about customized apparel. 817 Main Street in Woodward, or 580-256-3579. Compass, Great Plains, and R5 powering Boomer Sports this season. Talking about some of the area happenings, if you will, earlier today as far as 2A, A, and B. I'd have to check on the score, but I tell you what, there was a big upset brewing in an area championship game as Arnett taking on Lomega there in Class B. That's a heck of a clash on the girls' side. Arnett was up at the half. They were actually rolling over the defending champs in Lomega. Let's see if we get a score update on that real quick for you. And I can tell you that the Hammond girls have just defeated Chattanooga 44-17. Hammond to their 4th consecutive state tournament. That's, I mean, we've seen, Sealy be able to do that. Some of these girls, obviously Woodward back in the day, like, people take that for granted, I think, sometimes in Northwest Oklahoma with as many amazing teams as we have. That is not easy to do.
And that, Hammond's one of those year in, year out. Yeah, they're going to go through few down periods, but you're expecting them to kind of try to compete for, a gold ball on a regular basis.
And speaking of competing for a gold ball, Arnett did it. They upset the Lomega Lady Raiders 61-46. The defending champs fall in their area championship game. So that means Lomega's going to have to fight through a consolation championship game tomorrow. And Arnett, congrats to them for officially punching their ticket to state. next week. That's going to start on Tuesday. They're doing a bit of a different structure where on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 2A, A, and B will each have their own days in terms of playing their quarterfinal games. So one day will be all 2A, one day all Class A, one day all Class B. And then Friday is going to be semifinal games for all those classes, and they'll do the 9 a.m., 9 p.m. kind of sweep that they've done in previous years. And, of course, Saturday we'll wrap up with the championship games across 2A, A, and B. Also, want to send congrats to the Lady Bisons. They moved on today, beat Frontier 55-35. The Balco Foreground girls unfortunately ended their season. They fell to Geronimo. I can't say that. 50-35.
Geronimo?
I don't know what I'm trying to say. Don't know what I'm trying to say there. Yes. You got it.
I don't know why that's so hard.
I don't either. It's nighttime, so we'll just move on for that.
Yeah, and you're literally from like the like most historical part of the state of Oklahoma.
Well, yes, but
as far as and Geronimo is a historical figure in Oklahoma.
Yes, it is, but come on, it's Guthrie. You focus on Guthrie. That's it. We care about
That's
that.
True.
History.
You only care about that.
That's right. On the Class A side for the girls, Sealy, no surprise, punches their ticket to the state tournament. They beat Red Oak 54-47. Red Oak gave them a good challenge there. So
I was just okay. I'm sorry on the areas. That's a really weird area. The fact that Sealing is playing Red Oak. You're way northwest Oklahoma versus way southeast Oklahoma. Yeah. Sometimes I don't understand the way they do some
just
stuff.
How that goes sometime. Definitely a bit odd. Also, Moreland, what a season for them. Unfortunately, the Bearcats come up short against Okarche today. 23-18 the final. Yes, that's not a mistype. It was 23-18 your final. Moreland had 4 points at the half and rallied back to make that a game. So kudos to them. But you talk about a defensive battle. That is a defensive battle right there. That is a tough one for sure. Bit of a surprise, I guess you could say. On the 2A girl side, Hooker falls to Okemah 41-28 in their area championship. What else we got here? Fairview girls, I believe, fell as well. Was it yesterday, actually? Excuse me, to OBA. Oh, no, today. Well, it's today. Oklahoma Bible Academy beats the Fairview girls 56-38. So that's some of those scores. Still got a few of those teams live, but great seasons to all involved there. And on the Class B side, somebody upset. Deer Creek Lamont, their boys, beat Lomega today, 65-60. So Deer Creek Lamont boys now one game away from making state.
They're a pretty solid team. I mean, I think
dynamic duo on the Bledsoes. We've seen them.
Yeah, I think you maybe had left before they played in the festival, right?
Yes, but I got to see him. No, I called that.
You did call
yes,
that. Yes,
called one of those.
Yeah,
games,
they were impressive.
Yes,
it's kind of a school that's been really down in pretty much everything for so long, and all of a sudden football has a relatively decent season. Basketball's got a decent season, so it's kind of good to see.
It is, and also Texoma. Shout out J.C. Wells up there. That crew 38-37 over the Academy today, pulling one out in a tight contest. So that was at the Stroud area there. 2A. The Hooker boys got eliminated yesterday, the Hooker boys didn't get eliminated yesterday. The Fairview boys got eliminated yesterday. Hooker getting ready to play for a area championship for the boys side, taking on Fairland. So that'll be real interesting for them. So,
man, that's another two schools that are a long way away from each other.
Yeah, I mean,
Fairland's up near Miami and Hooker way out of the Panhandle. It's crazy.
Also, Alva's had success this weekend so far in 3A, continuing to roll there as well on both sides, boys and girls. So congrats to them. Monitor that. But, Eric, as we get down to the final few minutes before we get to this tip-off between the Woodward boys and the Mannford Pirates, in your mind, what's the big thing Woodward's got to do tonight to be able to take it? How do they come out and handle the challenge that Mannford's going to throw at?
Yeah, I think the big thing for them is just go out there and just play the basketball that you play. What your identity is. Don't try to fall into what your opponent's doing. If Mannford kind of gets set up, kind of goes into that kind of half court type of play. Defensively, you just got to move your feet. Stick with your man. Don't allow them to take any, wide open shots. Where as far as, penetrating kick type of situations, you've got to be able to, play with your guy, but be able to recover and get out if you need to. And so, I think that's just kind of a big thing is just play fundamental basketball, and you should be okay.
Definitely should. High Plains Tire. Visit High Plains Tire, 2220 Main Street in Woodward is where your dollar goes further. Bank of Western Oklahoma. Bank of Western Oklahoma goes beyond banking. No matter where you are, the Bank of Western Oklahoma, always close. Find a location near you at bankofwesternoklahoma.com. Jesswell Chevrolet in Shattuck, they're powering the scoreboard this season. It's where honesty is not just a word, it's how they drive every deal. Visit jesswellchevrolet.com or call them 580-938-2122. And, of course, Pioneer. Unleash tomorrow's potential with Pioneer Fiber Internet. Get speed and reliability. Surf, stream, stay connected with Pioneer Fiber. Can't do it without those great folks supporting and powering Boomer Sports throughout this season. Get down to the final couple minutes. Things starting to fill up here at the Hive in Kingfisher. Woodward contingent coming out once again. Had a decent number, at least for the girls' side. Expect that to be just as strong, if not stronger, for the boys tonight. Of course, you get into the afternoon. A lot easier to come out for the game at 7:30 than it is 1 o'clock. So
it's a lot easier for us to come out to the game.
Hey, where I say whatever, wherever, you name it, we'll be it. We got you.
Although I kind of like the break does allow us to go get something to eat.
Did enjoy.
Get some good fried chicken.
Yeah, maybe made a little trip up the road. So no doubt about that. Can't beat that stuff for sure. As long as it doesn't make us fall asleep during the broadcast, that's the thing. You don't want to overeat.
I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now. So.
Get some water on you. Hit yourself with some water. As both teams get into their bench, getting ready for those starting lineups. Mannford again, 13-10 on the season coming to this one. The Woodward boys 17-6 after that loss to Weatherford last night. One of these teams moving on to the regional consolation championship for Mannford. It'd be one of many years in a row where they've been able to do it, at least get to the regional consolation championship game. The Woodward boys trying to do it for the first time in a while. Again, the Woodward boys, it's been since the 2014 season that they've punched a ticket to area. So trying to continue that.
I hope that's not a sign of things to come because Caden's having trouble ripping his pants off.
Oh, no, not the tearaway pants, not tearing away.
Boomers have those tearaway pants, and all season long, Caden's been able to just rip those off. And tonight, he was having trouble getting them off. So I hope that's not a sign. Or maybe that's a sign he'll just get all that out of him now.
Yep. Oh, man. We'll not have a national anthem, of course, before the start of this one, so we'll go straight to the starting lineups, and I'll turn over to the PA for that. The activity of all student participants. The purpose of this activity is to provide positive learning experience and opportunities for personal growth for participants. The reason helps the game between Mannford and Woodward. Competition will be conducted according to the rules of the Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association. Children and additional spectators can't participate to assist in promotion that GM is coefficient outdoors and taking personal responsibility to keep the contest at a high level of fair and also competition. Good luck to both teams. And for the starting lineup, team 53 will work with the Brewers at the Mannford. Here's your starting lineup for both squads. For the Boomers, the same starting five we've seen: Connor Price, Gage Hutchins, Carter Reed, Caden Gaines, and Connor Sunderland. For Mannford, the expected starting five of Logan Bynum, Jaden Egger, Boone Hodson, Mason Harvey, and Max Moore, the five. A couple of seniors in that lineup, and Egger, as well as Harvey and Boone Hodson, Max Moore Jr., and Logan Bynum, a sophomore for the Pirates. And for the Boomers, they're going left to right in this first half. In front of us, we're opposite the scorer's table up top as Mannford going right to left. It's Gaines going to tip off against Max Moore, the junior, for Mannford. There's the whistle. 8 minutes on the clock. Ball in the air. Gaines will win the tip for the Boomers, and it goes back to Connor Sunderland. He'll give it right wing to Connor Price in the corner to Gage Hutchins. So he's evaluating his matchup. Top the key to Carter Reed. Back to Hutchins in the corner. Up top to Price. Swings it around to Sunderland on the left wing. Still scan. Now calmly get it back up to Hutchins. To Price, who will just dribble it out a little bit. Boomers trying to set it up. Patient offense here. Sunderland on the right, the left side, excuse me. Top the key to Reed. To Price on the right side. Gaines trying to fight through some contact right now with Boone Hodson. And then finally a foul as Hodson just said, hey, I'm not going to lie to you, get over me, and foul.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing is like that Mannford's going to try to do what they can to send a message to the Boomers and really send a message to Caden and try to get him off his game.
7:26 first quarter, still scoreless, still first possession for the Boomers. Right wing, it's Price after the inbounds, left side. Hutchins gets open, takes the three. It's off the back iron, rebound, skied for and pulled down by Max Moore of Mannford. So the Pirates coming the other way, left side. It's Harvey, gets in the corner to Hodson, top the key to the sophomore Bynum. Back over to Hodson, he'll just work it over to Harvey, trying to attack below the free throw line. Good defense from Carter Reed, pokes it loose, but Mannford able to keep it. Bynum gets down low, puts it up and off the glass. It's a bucket and a foul. Bynum gets the n1. So Mannford on the board first, leading 2-0, as they'll tag Connor Sunderland for the foul. Mannford makes a basket out of a little bit of the chaos. Bynum teeing up for the free throw and sinks it. So he gets three the old-fashioned way. He's got the first three of the game. Boomers the other way. Connor Price top the key. Right wing to Hutchins. Up to Reed. Left side, Sunderland. Trying to dump it down to Gaines. Double teamed on the block. Back out to Sunderland. Thinks about the shot. Now he'll turn drive. Kicks Price near the top of the key for three. It's off the left side. Rebound fought for. And they're going to call a foul on Gaines on the loose ball. So he tried to fight over the top and get a rebound. So that's his first foul. Second for the Boomers, I should say. 6:40 first quarter. Woodward trails 3-0. As it's Bynum in the backcourt, and then they said he carried it as the Boomers kind of showed him a little bit of pressure there, 3/4 court.
Man, you don't have a lot of officials who really watch for that anymore.
No.
So, I mean, I love it. I think it's great, but you just don't see that very often anymore.
Inbounds goes to Sunderland near the top to Gaines beside him. Thought about the shot. Now Hodson still guard him tight. Now Gaines double teamed and fouled. And that's, I mean, you were completely right a second ago. Mannford's going to try to send that message, say, hey, we're not going to let you get anything easy today.
Yeah, you know, and that's like as soon as Caden caught that ball, he had two guys really slapping at him. And, you know, I think there was, a couple fouls in there. But, you know, I think that's what, they're going to do is they're going to try to send the message, and somebody else is going to have to step up and eventually take that pressure off Caden.
Boomers still on the possession. Carter Reed, top of the key, goes left side to Hutchins. Back up to Price, swings over to Sunderland on the right wing. In the corner next to him is Reed. To Hutchins. Round to the left side. Price near the corner. And just working around, trying to free up a look. Gaines trying to battle on the block. Now steps out. Hodson on him tight in the right corner. And Hodson just pokes it away from him. 6:01 left in the first quarter. And it's 3-0 in favor of Mannford.
And they are allowing the physical play. I mean, he's been kind of reaching out. He'll front Caden and reaching around behind him, kind of hooking him. And, they are allowing that, so you got to be able to fight through it.
Out of the inbounds, they get to Gaines, finally right wing for three. That pops out. Looked like it was going to maybe splash in. Not the case. Rebound by Mannford. They'll push ahead. Ager in the corner to Bynum, left side. Swinging it back around to Spencer Norman. The senior is checked into the ball game. Out to the Kingfisher logo. It's Harvey trying to attack. Gets to the left side. Cut off. Finds Norman. He'll round the corner. Kick it back to Harvey in the left side. Top to Bynum. To Ager on the right wing. Checked by Gaines. Just calmly feeds it back to Harvey up top. He'll drive. Tough leaner of a layup from the left side. Off. Rebound by Carter Reed. Sees directed traffic in transition. Gets to the top of the key. Poked at a little bit by Ager. To Price on the right side. Mannford still leads 3-0. 5-10 first quarter. Left side is Hutchins on the wing. Passes up to Reed, top of the key. Tries to turn and drive. Cut off at the elbow. In the corner, Sunderland tries to take the three, and they call him for a travel. Didn't see that one, but okay. See set up to shoot. So it's a turnover for the Boomers. Mannford back the other way with the Pirates and a travel on Mannford. So they're calling the travels both ways pretty quickly. Oh, man. We'll have to talk about that later, Gob. I'll talk about that later. Boomers on the inbounds as Gaines into Price. Carter Reed right side looking to get Gaines open. Does in the corner. Fires the three. That's a little off. Rebound on the backside by Mannford. It's taken by Spencer Norman. They'll feed it ahead by him. Bounces it in the corner back to Norman. Left side for a three. Too strong. Pops out. But the rebound goes to Harvey. And he'll work it back out for Mannford to Egger top the key. Right side. Harvey gets back open for the three. That's off. Rebound taken by Carter Reed on the backside. Boomers push ahead with Hutchins down the left to Gaines in the corner. Up top to Reed, to Price beside him near the right wing. Price just flips back to Reed. Boomers still without a score as they trail 3-0. 4:20 left in the first quarter. Slow start for the Boomers. Reed gets a screen from Gaines, pulls up for the three. Off the back iron, rebound fought for. Sunderland trying to poke it, but ultimately Max Moore comes up with it for Mannford. So feed it to Harvey, who gets it back to Egger. Near the high left wing, guarded by Carter Reed. Boomers in that man defense. Sends it right side. Price almost comes up with the steal, but Harvey saves it. Egger atop the key, goes right side back to Harvey. 3:50 left first quarter. Boomers trail 3-0. Trying to get going, stuck in the mud. Norman on the drive. The senior able to get the ball up and over. And now there's some arguments, some disagreement. That got touched by somebody.
Well, the ball didn't get touched, but the net got touched. The rim moved while the ball was on the rim. So
now they're discussing. The shot went in, but what's going to be the call? So
I think technically it should be waved off.
And it is waved off, so no basket for Mannford. It stays 3-0 in favor of the Pirates. As Cole Reed checks into the ball game, takes out Connor Sunderland. Reed the first off the bench. So no basket for Mannford. Still 3-0, Boomers trail.
Now I don't know if that'd be technically a turnover or not.
Yeah, that's beyond me. That's above my pay grade. Gaines in the corner trying to drive. Leaned in. They didn't call the foul, though. Gaines' shot was blocked. Norman takes the other way. I thought they were going to get Gaines for an offensive foul. They did not. Just let it play. Ultimately, the Boomers cough it up, though. Mannford topped the key with Egger at the Kingfisher logo. Oh, good ball movement backside. Egger gets down to left block, but cut off by Cole Reed. Thought he was going to have an open look. As it's Harvey now at the Kingfisher logo working around. Go three high. Moore takes it. Free throw line. They work it back out up top. Norman trying to drive. Kicks right side to Harvey. Now Mannford playing a little keep away here. 2:58 left in the first quarter. Boomers still trail 3-0. As on the right side, it is Moore. Gets it up on the wing to Norman. Back over to Eggers. Gains on him. Free throw line to Moore. Back to Eggers. Launches the three straight away. That's off the mark. Rebound skied for by Cole Reed. And he's fouled as Max Moore comes across and hits him. So Cole Reed draws the loose ball foul. It's the first on Max Moore. Third in the quarter for Mannford. I believe we're going to have a timeout maybe for Woodward. It is a timeout for the Boomers as they have yet to find the scoreboard here in the first quarter. Western Drug, 1021 Oklahoma Avenue in Woodward. They've got a friendly and caring staff and a drive-through window that is awfully convenient. Always excellent service, 580-256-5586. Sealing State Bank, they've got a branch now in Woodward. The new location, 2314 Williams Avenue. Sealing State Bank Woodward branch offers full-service banking, including personal checking, savings, home and commercial loans, mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and much more. Western Drug, Sealing State Bank, powering Boomer sports this season. It's out of the timeout. Boomers have the possession. We're going to try to get something rolling. Still scoreless. Mannford has the only 3 points of the game in this first quarter, and we still got, or just only have 2:39 left in the frame. Cole Reed inbounding to Carter Reed. He'll take it up the court for the Boomers. It's Carter Reed, Cole Reed, Isaiah Washington, Gage Hutchins, and K. Gaines, the five. Gaines gets on the right side, gets it down to Washington, trying to work on Max Moore on the block, and then they wave it off and say he got fouled as Moore trying to handle the pressure that Washington was put on him. That's quickly the second foul now on Max Moore, fourth in the quarter for Mannford, as Moore has come set and he'll give way to Cooper Osborne.
Good job by Isaiah to really be strong with the ball and kind of take it at him and draw that foul.
Inbounds goes to Reed, back to Washington, double team, nice bounce pass over to Gage Hutchins, and the Boomers finally on the board as Gage Hutchins gets the points. Boomers trail 3-2, 2:15 first quarter. Good ball movement there. Backcourt trying to apply some pressure, long pass, Washington steps in front and bats it away. Almost picked it off, knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, both players collided. I think it was a good no call because both players are going for the ball there. Not a very good pass, so let it play.
And that they do. So Pirates still with it as Ager's in the backcourt. Or Ager in the backcourt, I should say. Left wing. Goes to Bynum in the corner. Top key back to Ager. Swinging around Norman. Right corner takes the three and the lefty. Nails it. Spencer Norman, the senior. He gets one. So it's 6-2 in favor of Mannford. Boomers atop the key with Cole Reed trying to pass over to Carter. And a miscommunication there. Carter was starting to cut or get out of Cole Reed's way. Cole thought he was going to be staying there. So it's turnover for Woodward. Bennett 44 left in the first quarter. 6-2, the Pirates have controlled it, and they called the carry again on Mannford on the inbound. Wow. That's two of them in this first quarter.
And that may be something that, these officials have seen. A lot of times officials will kind of, if they can get film on certain teams, they will watch it, and maybe they've seen it and we're ready to call it.
On the inbounds for the Boomers, it goes to Gaines. Triple team, tried to fight through traffic, at least able to put up a layup attempt, but he was fouled. Shot no good, and Kane Gaines to the free throw line. Has missed a couple of threes early in this one. So his chance here at some points. First free throw is good. And it is a foul on Cooper Osborne. Second free throw for Gaines is good. Makes both. He's got two, and the Boomers trail 6-4. Minute 35, first quarter. Has this Mannford in the backcourt with it. Harvey pushes ahead to Osborne. Back over to Harvey on the high right side, left wing to Ager. Minute 20 left in the frame. As Ager and Harvey playing a little catch. Again, the two crafty guards really do a great job directing the flow of this offense. As Ager guarded by Gaines, tries to attack at him a little bit, just simply feeds it back over to Harvey, high right side. Mannford, to their credit, trying to take out the air of this Boomer attack, if you will. As now Harvey going to turn drive, feeds it down to Osborne, and gets the easy layup. Drew the double team, realized it, and Osborne with a nice cut. His first basket, 8-4 in favor of the Pirates. 50 seconds left first quarter. Carter Reed, top of the key. So he's going to hold near the left side. Clock down to 40 seconds. Looking back to Coach Gaines, communicating with her. So call out the play. Some motion going. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Still 8-4. It's calm dribble right now by Carter Reed, waiting for the go. Wipes the shoes a little bit, get that extra grip. Down to 14 seconds. Now at 10, some motion going. Gaines trying to fight through a couple of screens. Gets out to him left wing. He's guarded tightly by Bynum. Gets inside, puts up the mid-range jumper, high off the back iron. That's no good. Rebound taken by Mannford. And they will not get a shot off to end the first quarter. And so the Pirates lead Woodward 8-4 after one. It's a defensive battle. Step aside for a break. Come back with the second quarter. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Tired of complicated Wi-Fi management? Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi makes it easy. With Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi, you can set your Wi-Fi password, view all your connected devices, and even run speed tests all from your phone. Need to set up parental controls? No problem. Simple, smart, secure. Stay connected and in control with Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Visit GoPioneer.com to learn more.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
And back in Kingfisher, ready for the second quarter as Woodward trails Mannford 8-4 after one. Mannford will have the possession to start the second quarter. And Eric, we were talking about in the break, but not surprised because you look at Coach Banfield's history. I mean, he knows how to coach up these teams, and that's clear. He's got his Pirates ready for this game today.
Yeah, they're definitely well coached. I think, talent-wise, as far as top to bottom, I think Boomer's definitely still a better team. But he definitely, has these guys working hard. We talked about that during the pregame, that they would probably be a physical, hard-working team, and that's exactly what they're doing right now with the Boomers.
And the Boomers get a turnover from Mannford, starts the second quarter. Hutchins with the steal, trying to pass it back to Gaines, cutting in, and he turns it right back over. Gaines is able to poke it away. He's on the ground trying to pass it over. It's a scrum on the floor. Who's got it? Finally, a whistle comes. And what's the call? They go jump ball, possession arrow to the Boomers. My goodness, that was a rugby scrum there for a good 20 seconds.
It's been sloppy. It really has. Like, as far as both teams and some of the things they've done, but you kind of expect that against two teams that are going to work hard, and I think eventually the Boomers will settle down and hopefully pull
Price
away.
Inbounds it to Washington. They call for an offensive foul. Getting a little too crazy trying to pound the ball and leaned in a bit. I think that's what got him.
Yeah, he got to lower his shoulder into him.
Yep. So would have made the basket, but instead it was a foul on the Boomers. And a turnover. It's Washington with his first. After the other way, it's Osborne, left wing, underneath it. Gets back to Bynum in the corner. He'll turn, he'll drive, get past Washington. Challenges Gaines straight up and gets it over him.
I think Caden even got a piece of that going on.
I think he did. Didn't matter. So Bynum hits that one. He's got 5. As it's top to key Reed. Boomers trail 10-4. Bounces down to Washington again, working on Osborne. And another offensive foul. And Osborne kind of, caught Washington turning, sold that one a little bit.
I definitely think he sold it. But what got Isaiah is as he went into him, he kind of arched his back into him a little bit. So
that's the second down Washington. He'll have to come sit and give way to Connor Sunderland. Boomers out sinking the second quarter so far, 2 fouls as Mannford works it the other way in the corner. Norman has it, backs it out, top the key to Eger. To the left side, back in the corner to Norman. He's sized up by Gaines, goes up to Harvey. Checking by Cole Reed. Harvey drives past him, gets it to Bynum in the corner, but he mishandles the pass. And it's a turnover for Mannford. 6:42 left in the half. Boomers trail 10-4. Mannford right now putting the clamps on Wood. See if Boomers get some offensive flow going as Price will dribble it across the timeline left wing. Gets a double screen, rolls around it to the right side. Looking for the pass, finds Gaines, top the key. He'll take the 3. He's fouled. The 3 short, but it's Caden Gaines to the line for 3 free throws. Second time in as many days he's drawn a foul on a 3-pointer.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He was kind of off balance a little bit, kind of going backwards. And I'll tell you this is one thing Coach Gaines does not like is when you don't go straight up with the shot. You're falling away from the basket. But, fortunately for Caden, he was able to draw the foul and get to the line and hopefully knock down 3.
He makes the first, makes the second. So he's got 4 of the 6. They got Bynum, by the way, on the foul, his first. And the third free throw goes for Gaines as well. So he's got 5, makes it 10-7. The Boomers still trailing. Quickly the other way, Boomers force a turnover. Price picks off a pass. Gaines trying to drive. He's double-teamed, slapped at, and they call a jump ball. Possession arrow back to Mannford. Gaines was taking a lot of hits there going in. They call the jump ball. So it's clear it's going to be a physical game. Now how do you respond for the Boomers, right?
Yeah,
that's how they're letting it play. You got to be ready for it.
I think on the offensive end of the floor, Boomers just need to figure out a way to slow things down just a little bit.
And they'll say kick ball on the Boomers. Gaines trying to defend Eger on the inbounds. Kind of had him in the corner and kicked it away from him. So it's a reset for Mannford on the inbounds. 6:17 left in the half. Pirates lead the Boomers 10-7. This time they're thrown ahead. Cole Reed gets a hand on the pass. It's a steal for him. Bats it to Carter. Back to Cole in the paint. Stops, puts up the shot, and in. Good move by Cole Reed. Saw that Bynum was trying to draw the contact and was patient with it. It's Cole on the board with 2. 10-9, Boomers trail by 1. This time, able to break the press is Mannford. They work it down to Osborne He's got 4 off the bench. Cooper Osborne with a couple buckets. 12-9, still in favor of Mannford. Gaines, left wing 3, comes up a little short. Rebound, though, Price takes it away from Harvey. Kicks out to Cole Reed. He'll drive baseline, tries to go for the shot, too strong. Gaines on the backside of the board, gets the shot and the foul. It's an and 1 for Caden Gaines. And Caden with 7 and has a chance to put the Boomers at a tie as Bynum picks up his second foul. So he'll check out, give way to Hodson, who had 2 early fouls as well. So Gaines at the line. Couple dribbles, dips, and shoots the free throw. That one good. He's got 8 of the 12, and the Boomers tied up finally. 5:40 left in the half. 12-all. Osborne on the inbounds. Double team quickly by Gaines and Sunderland, and a timeout taken by Coach Banfield. He saw that was going to be trouble and burns a timeout. M&D Enterprises and a Lawnmower Shop for your best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and a Lawnmower Shop are your people. They carry everything you need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you've always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward, Canton, and Weatherford. Smith & Co. Auction and Realty, Oklahoma's real estate and land auction expert. Smith & Co. is your #1 choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. 580-254-3975 or email Ira at smithcorealestate.com. M&D Smith & Co. powering Boomer Sports season on KMZ FM Woodward. As Boomers have the timeouts, will be on the defensive side. Have pulled this back to a tie ball game. Caden doing a lot of work. The boys may be starting to try to settle in a little bit. They're starting to force some turnovers. On the inbounds there, Connor Price bats pass away. So this time Hodson will have to inbound in front of his own bench. Instead of the baseline. Goes cross court, gets it to Egger. He's guarded by Hutchins, Goes across the timeline to Spencer Norman. He'll back it out. Has it at the logo. Kicks it left side to Hodson. In the corner, Egger tees up the 3 in the face of Carter Reed. That's short. Rebound taken by Gaines. He'll fly in and take it. Over to Cole Reed. Ahead to Connor Price, left side. Back to Gaines. He looks to attack top of the key. Taking contact, able to control it somehow after losing it. Puts up the shot, draws the foul. I have no clue how he didn't just turn that over. Flying in.
That's kind of one of those things that, there's so many things basketball-wise that makes Caden, impressive. But just the fact that, like, his vision whenever the ball's around him, we've seen it, when he reaches out, pokes the ball away, some of the just kind of how he controls them long arms for one. But he has great hand-eye coordination as well.
Yeah, he does. Makes the first free throw. The foul is on Osborne, so now he's got 2. Second free throw good for Gaines. He's got 10 of the 14. The Boomers lead for the first time today, 14-12, 5:06 and a half. Another long pass picked off by Carter Reed. Slipped a little bit, sent to the left wing to Cole Reed. In the corner, Gaines taking it, trying to attack, kicks out up top to Carter. Over to Cole Reed for 3. Oh, just off. It rolls out. Hutchins got sent to the floor. No call there. Rebound taken by Mannford. They'll work it ahead. They've got number 50 that they don't have on their roster. Okay. On the right side to Norman. Top of the key up to Harvey.
Kind of looks like Hunter Harrison from up here.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that build. Flying in, Hodson trying to hit the shot. Carter Reed blocks him. Rebound by Hutchins. Ahead to Reed, ahead to Gaines, who spins around Norman and puts it off the glass and in from the left side. Caden Gaines trying to take this one over. He's got 12, and the Boomers lead 16-12 now with 4:25 left in the half. My goodness. That body control again. Wow. Great Plains Bank, Heritage, Trust, Respect. Those are the things that make Great Plains Bank great. With deep roots across Oklahoma and Texas, they are in touch with the communities in which their customers live and work. And Compass Athletics, from sports equipment to championship trophies and everything in between. Compass Athletics, 2024 Main Street in Woodward, or 580-256-7045. Compass and Great Plains Bank powering Boomer Sports this season. So the Boomers starting to find that momentum, Eric. Took a minute, but they're there. They're up by 4 now, and really it's just Caden finally saying, all right, I'm going to attack. That's what he's been on.
Yeah, once they kind of settle down a little bit, and start, because a lot of even the turnovers and the fouls that, the Boomers had, a couple offensive fouls, things like that, is where they were just kind of got out of control, just going a little too fast. Mannford was doing a pretty good job, defensively on them overall, but it was still, a lot of the mistakes were just Boomers not playing their basketball.
Yeah.
And once they finally settled down, then you kind of see them fall back into their game. And like I said, I felt like when the Boomers kind of got into their game, they're the better team, and you're starting to see the frustration out of Mannford.
Mannford with the possession now of the timeout. It's Egger on the right side, breaking the business press by Cole Reed. Cole got away with the shove there. Goes in the corner, back over to Egger. To Hodson in the corner, right side still. Up to Egger is guarded by Carter Reed. Trying to direct the screen to him, does. Flips it over to Harvey, high left side. Harvey feeds back to Egger. He'll pull up for the three, and they'll call a travel on before he could fire the three.
I didn't see the travel.
I didn't either.
I thought it was actually going to be an offensive foul for a moving screen, but either way.
Take it, I guess. 4 minutes even left in the half. Boomers lead 16-12. It's Cole Reed, high left wing for the Boomers. Top the key to Price over to Carter Reed. So work with it again on that left side. Gets the screen from Gaines. Gives it to Price, right side. To the corner, Hutchins. Swing it back around. Cole Reed open left wing. He'll take the three. Just a little short. It goes long after hitting the rim. Rebound underneath by Mannford and Norman. A quick pass, though, at half court. Loose. Gaines almost comes up with it. But Harvey able to get it back to Norman. Fires it ahead. Underneath for the shot. Up and in. So a bucket for Mannford as they make it a 2-point game, 16-14 by their mysterious number 50. Boomers the other way. On the right side. It's Hutchins. Up top to Carter Reed to Price on the right side, still on the wing. He's measuring. To Hutchins on the right wing. In the corner to Reed. They'll swing around to Gaines, left wing. Tight defense there, back to Hutchins. He'll take the three. That's long off the back iron. Skying for the board is Egger. Smaller men able to come down with it. And now the other way for Mannford in the corner. A little floater by Norman falls, and they've tied it back up. Spencer Norman with the bucket as he's able to put it home. 16 all, and a timeout taken again. This one a full timeout, 2:40 left in the half. R5 Customer Embroidery. When you work with R5, you can count on a quick, fun, and enjoyable process with results that consistently exceed expectations. Go chat with their screen printers about customized apparel, 817 Main Street in Woodward, or 580-256-3579. And Western Drug, 1021 Oklahoma Avenue. They've got a friendly and caring staff and a drive-through window that is awfully convenient. Always excellent service, 580-256-5586. Western Drug and R5 powering Boomer Sports this season. So Boomers got ahead by 4, but a couple of quick baskets from Mannford has tied it right back up at 16. I think it's pretty clear this is going to be a fight all throughout these 4 quarters.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight. The Boomers got to do a better job of kind of not falling into these, kind of sloppy periods, not let the physical play, that Mannford's delivering, because, the officials are letting them play. There's been some fouls, but, just then Caden was trying to come across the lane. He got kind of a forearm to the chest and got knocked back, and, they're letting him play. And I think you're seeing that a little bit on both ends, so you just got to make an adjustment to the officials.
Yeah, got to figure out where the line is with them and go from there, right? We talk about that all the time. As the Boomers out of the timeout with possession, it's Price, top of the key. Left wing to Carter Reed. Up to Hutchins. Back over to Reed. We'll catch between them in the corner to Price, right side. Zone defense a little bit by Mannford right now. It's Price and Hutchins working it around. They give it to Carter Reed, left side in the corner. Gaines gets open. He'll take the three, splashes home. K. Gaines nails the three. He's got 15. The Boomers now up 19-16, and a foul on Gage Hutchins off the inbounds from Mannford. So Hutchins picks up his third team foul of the quarter. 2 minutes left in the frame until halftime. Backcourt Mannford with it. Egger guarded by Price. Swings over to Harvey. Gets cross court, fires a pass. It's on the right elbow. That pass batted. Able to collect it back is Mannford. A handoff to Harvey.
I'm telling you, it's Hunter Harrison.
Dude, it looks exactly like him.
Just like him from up here.
As Harvey trying to turn, drive, attack, the layup. A little short off the left side. Washington able to run down the rebound for the Boomers. They work it ahead to Price in the corner. Hutchins, he'll look to attack. Dumps it over to Gaines. Right side, 4-3, catch and shoot. High off the rim, and rebound scooped up by Mannford. They've got it in the backcourt. Feed it over to Harvey, to Norman. Bouncing the head, Egger now. Right wing, he'll tee up a deep right wing three, and that's too strong. Gaines with a strong board over Hodson. Still 19-16 to favor the Boomers. Minute 5 left in the half. As this Gaines at the Kingfisher logo. Left side to Price. Feeds to Carter Reed. So hold it. Looks like, I should say, the Boomers are going to try to hold for the final shot. As Reed, no indication of him trying to attack. Down 45 seconds left in the half. Boomers lead 19-16. And for Mannford, kind of obliging to say, okay, we'll let you hold it. And now a foul down low on Mannford. And the Mannford crowd not happy with that. Hodson has been real aggressive trying to make sure that Cade knows he's there. So it's the third foul on Hodson.
Yeah, I don't know if he kind of, as Caden was kind of reaching, he kind of reached back and grabbed him, or what the situation may have been.
Yeah. So again, Mannford crowd not happy. 34 seconds left in the half. Boomers lead 19-16 reset. As it'll be Carter Reed inbounding in front of the Mannford bench. Gives it to Price. Right back to Reed. Holding in that same spot, high left wing as the clock ticks down. Been a physical first half for both these teams. Boomers trailed 8-4 after the first quarter. Currently on a 15-8 second quarter. Down to 10 seconds left in the half. Now Reed starting to move. Gets the screen from Gaines. Right side to Price with 7. Top key to Reed. Swings back to Price. Dumping inside to Washington. Gets open in the paint and draws the foul with 2 seconds left in the half. Good move by Isaiah Washington to free himself up right in front of the basket.
Yeah, that's something that Coach Gaines has talked about, on the coaches show, where, everybody thought it was going to go to Caden right there. They were waiting for him to swing back around to try to hit Caden, and they dumping it inside to Isaiah. Great job by Isaiah to make the catch and go up strong.
Isaiah makes the first free throw. He's got a point. Makes it 20-16. Still in favor of the Boomers. The foul on Haight Shasteen. The second free throw for Washington goes as well. Makes it 21-16. Inbounds for Mannford, and Harvey tries to throw it to the roof and hits the American flag. Old Glory. And that's how we end the first half. Boomers take a 5-point advantage into the break, 21-16. We'll step aside, come back with your halftime stats and recap. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school-ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at gopioneer.com.
And welcome back. And Kingfisher at the half. The Boomers on top. 21-16. We do have the identity of the mystery number 50. It is Taven Fentress, who usually wears 24. He's wearing 50 for this regional. So that's for Mannford. That was the mysterious number 50, if you will.
I still like calling him Hunter Harrison. I'm just going to say.
He does. I mean, boy, if you had a ringer for it, it is absolutely very much looking like Hunter Harrison, no doubt about it. So looking at your halftime stats for the Boomers, again, that first quarter, just 4 points in that first quarter, one of the slowest periods we've seen all season for them in terms of that scoring. It was 8-4 after one in favor of Mannford. The Boomers come back with a 17-8 second quarter as far as your leading scores. No surprise here. Kate gains 15 of the 21 for Woodward. He's hit a 3 and has hit 8 free throws as well. He's got to the line quite a bit. As far as other scoring, 2 for Cole Reed, 2 for Isaiah Washington, and 2 for Gage Hutchins. That is the only other scores. On the Mannford side, scoring a touch more spread out. They got some good bench production as well, but it's Logan Bynum with 5 points, as well as Spencer Norman. He came off the bench and had 5. 4 for Cooper Osborne, and then 2 for Taven Fentress, and that is your scores for Mannford. But again, the Pirates come out and said, hey, from the jump, we're going to be physical. We're going to slow down this game, try to get it dirty, try to get it muddy. The Boomers found their way a little bit in that second quarter finally.
Yeah, I think really the key of the game is kind of what you said. Got to make it muddy and slow it down. But looking at some of the other stats as far as rebounding, it's actually a 10-8 advantage for the Boomers right now. Caden has 3 rebounds. Carter has 2 rebounds. Cole Reed has 2 rebounds. And then Hutchins, Price, and Washington each have a rebound. Now, one thing that's interesting, Mannford does not have an offensive rebound tonight. All the rebounds that Mannford has come on the defensive side, on the defensive end of the floor. Boomers have 3 offensive boards, 2 on the same possession, mind you. But at which they converted. Caden, I think, got to the line in that possession, knocked down 2 free throws. But turnovers wise, this is kind of the surprising thing to me is the Boomers haven't been able to really force turnovers. Like I thought they would, but it's still 6-9 advantage for the Boomers in that aspect of the game.
Yeah, 9's. I mean, you gotta give Mannford credit for the most part. Very solid. There was that little stretch there midway through the second quarter where they had a couple of possessions that they were coughing it up, but otherwise have been pretty clean at breaking the press and handling the pressure. Again, I mean, we talked about it in the pregame, but the guard play of Mason Harvey and Jay Nager, those two are very much on the same page. Not the biggest guys, but they know they're lethal shooters. They have good command of kind of directing everybody, and we've seen them make multiple plays where they haven't been the scorer, but they freed up baskets for other guys, especially like Spencer Norman, people like that that come off the bench, and it's been created off the pressure put on by those 2 guards.
Yeah, and the Boomers overall, they've kind of struggled a little bit as well as far as getting to their man. Luckily Mannford hasn't knocked down some of the opportunities they've had from outside. But the Boomers been a little slow. Kind of recovering whenever they whatever a screen's been set or something like that. They've been a little bit slow getting out, closing out on the shots. So hopefully that doesn't bite the Boomers, or that's something they can clean up and really take away those opportunities from Mannford.
And that was going to be my next point, talking about the perimeter looks for Mannford. It's not that they haven't been there. They just haven't fallen. Ager as well as Harvey have both taken a couple that you would figure, based off their prowess, probably be easy, but they just haven't fallen for whatever reason. So Woodward, in that sense, I guess you could say lucky to be at 5 because a couple of those fall, and all of a sudden you're trailing by 1. So 4 minutes or so before we get the second half underway. We'll step aside for a break, come back, and look at your keys to the second half for the Boomers. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
At Bank of Western Oklahoma, we know what it takes to keep your farm running smoothly. Our experienced lenders understand agriculture and offer competitive loans for real estate, livestock, equipment, and more. We are locally owned and invested in our communities, making decisions that benefit you quickly. Bank of Western Oklahoma, the bank that works as hard as you do. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back at the Hive and Kingfisher, Boomers again lead 21-16 at the half over Mannford. Your halftime stats recap, your High Plains Tire halftime stats recap. Visit High Plains Tire, 2220 Main Street in Woodward. It is where your dollar goes further. We're talking about some of the area action going on, 2A, A, and B, and you pointed this out to me. I was at the game, has kind of put out all the area champions for Class 2A girls, because those games have officially wrapped up. The boys games going on as we speak right now. 2A girls, it's Okema, Hartshorn, Dale, and Lotta all punching their ticket tonight. Class A girls, we mentioned a couple of these already. Sealing, Amber Picassett, Allen, and Quinton all going to the big house. And Class B girls, Arnett with the shocker over Lomega. Hammond, no surprise there. Kiowa and Lookeba Sickles, your 4 area champions. So that will be quite a group there. We know, and you'll still add, of course, a consolation champion, if you will, on the girls' side from each of those classes. So see who turns out. A couple girls teams still alive in the air. The boys taking it on right now. I mentioned that Hooker was one of those teams going for an area championship. Hammond on the boys' side also trying to follow what the girls did. They're having a little bit, I believe, a bit more of a challenge with Duke. Duke really solid, has been for quite a while. And see how those turn out over the weekend. So the Woodward girls, in case you missed it earlier today, they did indeed get a ticket to the regional consolation championship tomorrow. They will play at 1 o'clock against, surprise, surprise, Elk City. Had a tough game with Clinton early, but were able to pull away in the second half and won that one 66-32, did Elk City. So that's 1 o'clock, a rematch of your district championship game. I know the girls are going to be excited for that opportunity here.
Yeah, you know, again, this third time, you know, they always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Now the Boomers have that, you know, hopefully on the receiving end of that being hard to beat type, you know, but you know, of the 2 times we played, we've gotten better, given ourselves better opportunities both times. So now's an opportunity to go out there, kind of put it all together. You're going up against a team who had to play late. You know, they played a physical first half. I mean, they were getting kind of beat around a little bit, some physical basketball. So, you know, hopefully that will kind of what they went through will carry over a little bit. Boomers can take care of business tomorrow, and you know, kind of reset from what they dealt with, you know, at Elk City, and kind of get a little bit of revenge on the Elkets.
For these boys, though, what they got to do in the second half to close this one out with this 5-point lead?
You know, just do a little bit better job, like I said, defensively, of kind of taking away some of their shots, moving their feet just a little bit quicker. They're kind of slow. And, I mean, they had a battle last night, you know, against a really good team. So, you know, hopefully you can kind of reach back into that bag a little bit, slow things down just a little bit, you know, and just play a little bit cleaner basketball, I guess, overall.
And it'll be the Boomers to start with the possession, begin the second half. Gaines the inbounder as the Boomers work right to left in front of us. We're opposite the scorer's table up top. Get it to Hutchins, right wing, top the key, back to Gaines. Over to Hutchins in the corner to Price. And just swing that back up top, this time to Carter Reed. 7:45, third quarter, Boomers lead 21-16. Gaines with a little bit of a screen for Reed, doesn't quite use it. As they'll set it back over to Price. Slipping inside to Sunderland on the block, out to Gaines, corner 3, catch and shoot. That one a little short, and then goes high off the iron as Hutchins trying to save the rebound, but can't. So he falls out of bounds, ball rolls out of bounds, and it'll go to Mannford.
And that, you know, we've seen it right there, but if the Boomers are able to get the ball in.
Oh. Speaking of getting the ball in, Price almost gets a steal off the inbounds from Mannford, but he stepped out.
You know, if the Boomers can get the ball inside to Sunderland or Washington a little bit more consistent, that's going to open up the outside opportunities.
Norman able to break the press for Mannford, and then a 3 from Egger in the corner, short. Had a good look at from the left side, rebound by the Boomers. They push ahead to Gaines, top the key to Price, pumps, kicks over to Hutchins, he'll take it. Tough move by Hutchins. Caught himself kind of in an awkward position, tried to bounce it down last minute to Sunderland, but the pass was off the mark. So that goes out of bounds, back to Mannford. A couple turnovers there for the Boomers. As it's Egger in the backcourt, beats Gaines on the press, goes right wing to Max Moore, who's back in the ballgame. Top the key up to Harvey. He's checked by Connor Price. So Mannford going to try to set up their half-court set. Harvey going to attack down the left side, gets by Price, the scoop layup goes. Just rolled in with the English. Mason Harvey gets on the board with his first basket. 21-18, Boomers still lead. Hutchins top the key. They swing in the corner to Sunderland. Right side goes cross court, left side Price. He'll tee up the 3 from the wing. That rims out. Sunderland trying to fly in for the board. It works its way to Carter Reed. He turns, hangs, and hits the jumper. Carter Reed, his first basket of the day. Makes it 23-18. 6:15 third quarter. Mannford ahead, Bynum a quick pass, able to handle it and just swings it over to Norman as Sunderland kind of crashed to the floor off of Bynum there. So Spencer Norman with the easy basket. And then the other way, we got a whistle and they'll say Boomer ball. He's got knocked out. And Mannford crowd wants a foul. Didn't get it. 23-20. 6:05 third quarter. Fired up. There's ahead by 3. Price the inbounder, baseline, gets a bit to Reed, back to Price, to Washington, up and in for the foul. It's an and one. Isaiah Washington has 4, able to stick that one off the glass. And that foul on, going to be Bynum, his 3rd. The and one free throw for Washington falls. He's got 5 off the bench. Boomers lead 26-20. Mannford the other way with Bynum breaking the pressure, gets into the paint, drives, and then Washington draws the charge on Bynum. Bynum with 4 fouls now for the sophomore. Big there. He's kind of one of those guys, 6'2", lists that as a sophomore, good length. If you take him off the floor now, Mannford gets real, a lot smaller, I guess you could say.
Yeah, good job by Isaiah to recognize the fact that, hey, every time he's kind of taken it, he's tried to go in as strong as possible. Isaiah just got to a spot, just stood there and waited for him.
In the corner, Cole Reed launches a 3 off the pass, and he'll hit it. Cole Reed producing off the bench. Him and Washington have combined for 10 off the bench as Boomers lead 29-20. Mannford back the other way, kick the corner to Moore, left side. They're working up top to Harvey. He gets a bit of a screen from Norman, now trying to attack. Kicks Egger in the corner for 3 left side. Doesn't go. Cannot find it. Hodson, though, good work underneath to get the board and put it back up in amongst 3 Boomers. His first basket. 29-22. Woodward still leads 5-10 third quarter. Cole Reed again in the left corner. Swings it around. Gaines takes it right wing. Holding it high on Egger. Just flips it over to Price, right side. Top the key, back to Reed. Carter Reed, that is. Now the Boomers patient, trying to get it set up in the corner. Cole Reed open again, launches another 3. That one, though, an air ball rebound, though. Washington takes it backside, bounces in, sticks the layup, or the floater, if you will, off the glass. 7 for Isaiah Washington. 31-22. Mannford back the other way as the Boomers lead. 4:40 third quarter. It's Egger, left wing to Hodson in the corner. Harvey will launch a 3. Price in his face. It's an air ball. Rebound by Washington underneath. Gives it ahead to Cole Reed. Left side to Carter Reed. Top key back to Washington. Pulls up the jumper just below the right elbow, and he nails it. Isaiah Washington, he's feeling it. He's got 9.
I love it because that's something you don't see kids do a whole lot these days. Just kind of pull up like that. So great job.
And Coach Banfield wants a timeout as the Boomers now lead by 11, 33-22 with 4:18 left in the third quarter. Momentum really starting to swing now. Salient State Bank now with the branch in Woodward, the new location, 2314 Williams Avenue. Salient State Bank Woodward branch offers full-service banking, including personal checking, savings, home and commercial loans, mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and much more. M&D Enterprises and the Lawnmower Shop for your best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and the Lawnmower Shop are your people. They carry everything you need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you've always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward, Ken, and Weatherford. Salient State Bank, M&D, powering Boomer Sports this season. It's Woodward with a flurry, and more specifically, Isaiah Washington with a flurry of offense here in this third quarter.
Well, that's, everything the Boomers have done this quarter, for the most part, has looked much more under control, both on the offensive end, defensive end. It's when you play under control and you can play your game. And, like I said, I feel like, as far as talent-wise, Boomers are much more talented team. They just got to execute.
And on the inbounds pass, Norman send it deep in the backcourt to Egger. They'll take it across the timeline, guarded by Connor Price. Top the key, left wing to Norman. So he's got the dribble on Carter Reed now. Attack down that left wing, puts the high floater. That's wild. Rebound by Gaines. Shoves ahead to Cole Reed, loses the handle, able to race it down, collect it, but missed the shot underneath the basket. Rebound by Egger. Mannford back the other way as they'll take it across timeline. Harvey in the corner. Hodson takes the 3. That's off the left side, but it goes right to Mannford as Max Moore puts it up and in. Moore just there in the right spot. He's got his first basket.
That's first offensive board by Mannford tonight.
33-24. It's Carter Reed, left wing, gets the high screen from Washington. Tries to attack, has a kick out to Cole Reed in the corner. Top key to Washington. Over to Price, right side. On the wing, top of key to Reed. It's both Cole and Carter Reed. Washington, Price, and Gaines the 5. Washington, another pull-up jumper, this time from the left elbow, comes up a little short. Rebound by Harvey underneath. He'll race ahead for the Pirates. Dishes it Ager open for 3 straight away, and he sinks it. A 3 finally goes for Jaden Ager. Cuts it to 6, 33-27. Price the other way, trying to zip it into Carter Reed, and they'll say a foul on the floor as Carter Reed was jumped on, so he was trying to catch that pass. And that'll be on Max Moore. Should be his 3rd foul. It is. 3rd of the quarter for Mannford. 3:02 remain in the frame. Boomers lead 33-27. Inbounds for Gaines, goes to Reed. They swing it up to Price, back to Gaines, left corner. Catch, shoot 3 for Gaines, short to the left. Rebound collected by Harvey underneath. Pushes ahead to Norman in the right corner. Back to Harvey on the wing. He's got the dribble on Reed. Norman now takes it. And just Mannford resetting up top. Harvey looking to attack down the left side again. Blows by Carter Reed. Gaines gets a piece of it late. The Mannford crowd wants it to count, and people are losing their minds as Gaines, right wing, sends the pass left side, stolen away by Norman. The senior driving down. Too strong on the layup, though. Rebound taken by Price. He'll push ahead for the Boomers. Now send it left side. Cole Reed finds the space. He'll attack. Goes for layup. It bounces out. Rebound fought for. Guys hit the floor. And there's a whistle and a foul underneath. As if that's on Mannford, this crowd might come unglued for the Mannford side.
I think it's going to be, it should be on Mannford.
Wow. And it is. And boy, the Mannford, there's people standing up right now, not happy. And it's the first on Spencer Norman. 2:15 left in the 3rd quarter. And even the Mannford bench is all up. Goodness.
I think it was the right call. It looked like he grabbed a hold of Cole's arm as he was coming down.
Price inbounds it for the Boomers. They work it out to Carter Reed on the right wing. He's got to top the key now. Drives, gets past the traffic, loses the handle. Gaines collects it, poked that, somehow able to keep it and put it up and in. Gaines with 17. First basket of the second half for Gaines. Now block on Connor Price, trying to step in front of Mason Harvey. And that's the first foul of the quarter for the Boomers. First on Connor Price. Some substitutions. Cooper Osborne comes in for Mannford. He'll take out Max Moore. Osborne has been good off the bench. He had 4 points. Did some good work in the first half. As his Pirates with it.
I think we just had a Mannford fan get taken out of the game.
As Mannford trying to work it inside. Pass a little too high for Osborne, and Carter Reed stepped on the baseline as he caught the pass. So he'll stay with the Pirates. So Mannford keeps it. Harvey will be the inbounder beneath the right block. So dishing into Hodson, and Hodson able to go up and get the shot and the bucket. It's an and one from Boone Hodson. Cuts it to a 6-point game. And yeah, that fan realizing he's going to be going. The foul on Isaiah Washington. He's got 3. As to the line goes Boone Hodson. 4 points for him, looking to cut to a 5-point game. His free throw up, and rims out. It's halfway in and popped out. Rebound taken by Sunderland underneath. Calmly hands it off to Price, who will walk it up court. Goes left wing to Carter Reed. In the corner, Cole Reed zips inside. Price in the Sunderland in the paint. Has to work it back out. Again, Cole Reed in the corner, trying to get to Sunderland left elbow. Does. Minute 24 left in the 3rd quarter. Gaines gets in the right corner, and they say he traveled. Say he dragged the foot in that deep right corner. So turnover for the Boomers. They lead still 35-29. Mannford looking to fight back. As Harvey across the timeline. Has the top key. The Boomer cheers, getting behind the boys. Goes the Boomer side. Hodson top the key. Sizing up Gaines. Hands it off to Harvey. He'll turn the corner. Drives to the paint. The layup. It's off. Gaines able to take it. Crowd upset. Thought he might have got a piece of it. Flips ahead to Price. Hands it to Cole Reed on the left side near the corner. Tries to go top the key. But Ager reading the pass. He steals it. Goes the other way. The layup doesn't go. It was short. and then a foul underneath. Who's it on?
I think they're going to get CP for kind of bodying up.
Yeah, it looked like he bodied up maybe Harvey.
That to me is kind of an iffy call though, because he's just doing his job as far as blocking out, and the momentum as far as the way he was going. Like I said, I guess you could probably see it both ways, but I think that's one where you kind of got to let it play.
Second foul on Price, third of the quarter for the Boomers. 45 seconds left in the frame. Norman drives, kicks on the corner. Ager for three for Mannford. That's off the left side of the rim. Rebound taken by Price. So control forward now slows it up with 30 seconds left in the quarter. 35-29. Woodward with the advantage. It looks like going to try to hold for this final shot. Gets it out to Gaines, high right wing with 20 seconds. Gaines checked by Harvey. Bounces it to Price on the right side. 15 seconds, back to Gaines. He holds hot on Harvey, bodying him up. Gaines has to work around him, took contact and slipped. And a timeout they grant to Coach Gaines. I mean, Caden got sent to the floor, no call there.
Yeah, that's I don't understand how you don't give a call, because he put his hip into Caden as Caden comes around and right in front of the official. I don't understand how you don't make that call.
Just a 30-second timeout for Coach Gaines. Boomers lead 35-29 in the closing seconds of the third quarter. Smith & Co. Auction and Realty, Oklahoma's real estate and land auction expert. Smith & Co. is your number one choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. 580-254-3975 or email Ira at smithcorealestate.com. Smith & Co. powering Boomer Sports this season. What a contest it has been. Physical both ways. Get a little chippy now between the fan bases. Been that type of game, and a lot on the line with these teams going home tonight.
Yeah, it's been a physical game. Like I said, they've let some things go kind of both ways. It's not just on one side or the other. We just saw an opportunity right there where, I think it looks like Mannford got away with some. We've got away with some. So, both teams just got to come out here and play.
Inbounds with 8 seconds. Carter Reed on the right wing, down to 5 to Gaines. Top the key with 2. He's going to have to get a shot off. Does, kind of shows off, takes the 3. Ooh, pops out. And the shot no good. The Mannford crowd again upset because it looked like Gaines maybe pushed off just a touch. But we go to the fourth quarter with Woodward leading 35-29 over the Pirates. We'll step aside to listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access, whether you're at home or on the go. Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit GoPioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
And back at Kingfisher, the Hive. Boomers lead 35-29 as we begin the fourth quarter. It will be Mannford with the possession to start the frame. Hodson, the inbounder for the Pirates. Boomer 5 is Cole Reed, Carter Reed, Connor Price, Caden Gaines, and Connor Sunderland. As it's Harvey on the right side for Mannford, top of the key. Goes to Ager, gets open, he'll take the 3, catch and shoot. It's a little short. Osborne takes the board underneath, kicks it out. Hodson for 3, left corner, and it splashes home in the face of Connor Price. Boone Hodson cuts it to a 3-point game. 35-32, 7:35 left. Price on the right side on the wing, being checked by Harvey. Now he's picked up his dribble, gets it down to Gaines, turn around, the shoot, the leader goes. Oh, tough. Catch and shoot, fade away for Gaines. He's got 19. 37-32. Boomer advantage, 7:20 left. Mannford with the possession. Adds its Ager on the right side, gets the high screen from Osborne. Back over to Norman. He's looking to pass, back up to Ager. Left wing to Harvey. So he gets the high screen from Hodson, drives, kicks on the corner. Norman, he's checked by Cole Reed. Back up top. And Mannford trying to be patient, as now Harvey sizing up Gaines. He'll pull up, take the three after he gets the screen. That ricochets off the rim. Rebound taken by Gaines. Still race ahead, being poked at. Has a pass over to Carter Reed, top the key, right side to Price. Back over to Carter Reed. Boomers control, 37-32, 6:40 left in the game. It's Carter Reed holding, checked by Osborne. Start trying to size him up, pulls free throw line. The jumper doesn't go, but he's fouled. Good move by Carter Reed. Able to draw the foul on the free throw line jumper. And Cooper Osborne with his third foul, first of the quarter for either team. Since Carter Reed to the line, just 2 points today, but has been more of a focus trying to be solid defensively. Dips and shoots his first free throw. It's good. Makes it a 6-point game in favor of the Boomers, 38-32. Lead's been as large as 11, but didn't last very long. It's been a single-digit differential both ways. Pretty much the entire game. Second free throw for Reed, good. He's got 4, makes it 39-32, 6:35 left. Pirates come back with Harvey across the timeline. He has the top key, looking to attack on Cole Reed, takes him to the hole, loses the handle on the way up. No, they say fouled. And it will send Mason Harvey to the free throw line. Looks like you're going to get Cole Reed getting his arm in there. That's Cole's first foul of the game. Mason Harvey hits the free throw line. First free throw up and good. He's only got 3 points now. That's kind of the impressive thing. Ager, Harvey only 3 apiece so far for Mannford. Second free throw good for Harvey. Makes it 39-34. Boomers with the advantage and possession, 6:20 left. As Carter Reed crossed the timeline. Checked tightly by Ager. Trying to attack on him. Again, gets to the free throw line. Then they give him for a little shove off. Said he got his arm out there and shoved off. So he went to take that shot. So it's his first foul, second of the quarter for the Boomers. As Isaiah Washington will check in, take out Connor Sunderland. It's Mannford on the possession. Across the timeline with Harvey. Again, looks to attack on Cole Reed, spins into him a little bit, cut off below the free throw line, out to Norman. He'll attack through some traffic. A shot goes over Isaiah Washington in front of the basket. Spencer Norman, the senior with 9 off the bench. Back to a 3-point game, 39-36. Boomers still lead. Gaines gets knocked down on the ground. And they'll call the foul there. Or they call a flop warning. Is that what that is? Looks like maybe a flop warning on Gaines. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely not a flop warning. I mean, Hobson definitely got his arm out there, extended it out, pushed on Caden, whatever.
Caden looking in about it. Yeah, goes top the key to Reed, and Carter Reed tries to send it to Cole Reed, and the pass sails out of bounds. So now the Boomers got to regain some composure. As Gage Hutchins will come up off the bench, checking in. They hit the sounder from the check-in, and there's play going on. So let the play. Gage will check in a second. Harvey top the key for Mannford again, looking to attack. Kicks out Ager, 3 left corner for the tie. That short rebound taken by Cole Reed. He'll feed ahead to Carter Reed. Left side, slows it up a little bit. Finds Price top the key. So he finds Carter Reed. Look at that.
Hobson and Caden are down there working hard against each other.
Yeah,
very physical all game.
That is a battle going on there. Gaines takes the pass on the right wing from Carter Reed. He's got it up top. Still on the dribble, looking to attack up high. He'll just take it down the right side, steps in, and they'll say he's fouled on the floor. And who they get, though, looks like Osborne, and that's going to be his fourth. Second foul of the quarter on Mannford. Now bring back in Max Moore. So we reset for the Boomers. Isaiah Washington underneath. Carter Reed checks out, gives way to Gage Hutchins. As Washington inbounds Gaines, turn around, the jumper, the fade. It's a little too strong. Rebound underneath by Mannford. Harvey pushing in the open court. Zips it down to Hobson, and a block underneath, but a foul first. I think they got Gage, not Caden. Caden came up with the block, but and it is going to be on Gage.
Yeah, Gage kind of got him. I think it's as Gage's momentum, he was trying to slow himself down. kind of reached out and made contact.
So Boone Hodson to the free throw line. He's got 7. Trying to make it a 1-point game as the Boomers lead 39-36, 4:55 left. First free throw, high off the back iron, no good. So it remains a 3-point game. What a scrap it's been. Boomers getting all they can want right now from the Pirates. Hodson adjusting the shorts a little bit. Steps to the line, a couple dribbles. Dips and shoot. And the second one no good as well, off the front of the iron. Rebound taken by Washington. So hand off to Price. Right side, hands off to Cole Reed on the wing. He's checked by Spencer Norman, the senior. Reed on the dribble all the way to the left side. Now crossover, spins into the paint, loses the handle, collects it back, puts it off the glass. Too strong though. Hodson with the board underneath. Reed got the look, just couldn't finish it. The other way goes Harvey, kicks in the corner. Hodson, left side, top key to Ager. 4:25 left. Boomers lead 39-36. Harvey takes it on the right wing, guarded by Gaines. Goes back up to Norman, checked by Hutchins. Kick over to Agers in the corner. He'll just take the three, hand in the face. It rimmed out. Reed able to dissuade it. Washington with the board. As Reed takes the possession across the timeline, kicks to the left side to Hutchins. He's guarded tightly by Norman. Dumps inside to Washington. Back to Gaines, or back to Hutchins trying to drive, and he's fouled. Well, give and go there results in a foul and should send Gage Hutchins to the free throw line.
Now that's something we haven't really been able to see a lot from the Boomers tonight is, attacking the basket. There's, it just kind of shows to how physical Mannford has been. Is kind of bumping the Boomers off any kind of cuts they try to make.
First free throw for Hutchins, rattles around and falls. It's the 4th foul on Max Moore. So here's the other problem for Mannford. They're starting to really rack up some fouls. Got a couple guys nearing some foul trouble. Some of those bigs. 40-36, Boomers lead by 4. Hutchins, second free throw falls, makes it a 5-point game, 41-36. Hutchins with 4, down to 3:55 left. Mannford breaks press the other way. Ager driving, kicks in the corner. Norman tees up the 3 right side. That leaks out. Washington trying to get the board. It's loose on the ground. It works its way to Gaines. He'll go push and transition. Got poked at from behind, and they call the foul. That's the right call. The Mannford crowd not happy about it, but that is the right call.
I don't think anything an officials call right now is going to be.
No.
Mannford's going to be happy about.
That's Ager's first foul. That should be, well, it's only 4. Okay, only 4. One more into the line. The rest of the way from the Boomers. They get on the inbound. Hutchins, right corner for 3. It rattles home. Gage Hutchins with the big 3. Cracks it back to a 44-36 lead. Quickly, Mannford pushing. Harvey attacks the left side, misses the scoop layup, but Moore flies in. He gets the rebound, the second chance. The right-handed hook, it's off the mark. Rebound underneath by Washington. So the Boomers come up with a stop there on 2 chances. 3:15 left in the game. Boomers lead 44-36. Gaines, spin move, drives, kicks in the corner to Price. Up top to Hutchins. To Reed, back over to Hutchins on the right wing. So he gives it to Washington near the top of the key. Washington looking to pass it on, looking to hand off. No, now he attacks on Moore. Moore's got those 4 fouls. Washington works in deep. The footwork puts it up and in off the glass. Isaiah took him off the dribble. 11 points for Washington off the bench. 10-point ball game for the Boomers now. 46-36. 2:45 left. Ager feeds out top of the key to Norman, and now a timeout taken by Coach Banfield as the Boomers, with a flurry, able to get some momentum and some separation. My goodness, this has been a back and forth game. I'm tired up here watching this.
And that's the thing is, both teams play very physical basketball. Mannford, I think, has kind of delivered, a few more of the shots, and the Boomers kind of had to fight back on. Wow. Thanks, Godwin, for making me laugh.
He's just over here throwing us memes in a serious moment.
And that's what Mannford has done a good job of using their physical play to kind of throw the Boomers off balance, and the Boomers have had to fight through some stuff that honestly we really haven't seen too many times this year as far as teams being this physical.
Well, and what's interesting with this Mannford team, I got to give them credit. On the football field, we see this a lot where you see a team that knows they're not that big, right? But what do? They come out and say, hey, we're going to play like we're, 5 inches taller than we actually are, especially on that line. And that's the type of mentality Mannford's taking. They're not the biggest guys, but they're coming out here and saying, we're going to get up in you. We're going to be in your face, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, and I think they've done a great job of, for the most part, taking Caden out of this game. I'm not saying he's
still at 19,
still
but
at 19
not
points,
as omnipotent and present as usually.
Right, exactly. It's not, everything that he's gotten, he's fully earned. It's not been a matter of getting in the right spots and just jump shots and things like that. He's having to work really hard, which there's not been many times this year he's had to work like this.
Mannford with possession on inbounds. Hutchins comes up with the steal, picks it off for the layup. Oh, he missed it. Too strong. Rebound taken by Harvey. Kicks in the corner. Hodson for three. It's blocked by Carter Reed. Came over, got two hands on it. Sunderland just got pushed down by Hodson, who takes it away and gets the basket. No call there. Maybe Sunderland lost his footing. It looked like he got pushed from behind. So basket for Hodson. 46-38, 2:15 left. Boomers with it and the lead. Left side, it's Price on the wing. Boomers trying to work it around, work that clock. Price flips it to Hutchins. Calmly has it with 2:05 left. He takes back attacking, kicks to the corner to Price. Rolls around the top, hands it off to Carter Reed. Back over to Price left side. He's checked a little bit by Harvey. Mannford gives one more foul. It'll put Boomers in the bonus the rest of the way. High right wing, it's Carter Reed again. Checked by Egger, poked away from Reed by Egger. He's able to collect on the backcourt. Now Egger D'ing up on him. A little bump it there. They feed it ahead to Hutchins. Kicks in the corner. Price thinks about the Boomers. Keep the handle with the minute 35 left. And now Mannford trying to foul. Hutchins, though, cuts to the basket off the pass from Reed. Able to put it up and in. Gage Hutchins with 9. Makes it a 10-point game again. 48-38. Minute 25. Harvey trying to drive for Mannford. Get some going. He misses the layup strong. Rebound by Sunderland underneath. Now the Boomers control again. When will the fouls come by Mannford? If they do. And a double dribble. Oh, my goodness. Price got across the timeline, hesitated for a step, and they call that the double dribble. So a turnover by the Boomers. I mean, I did see it, but his back was to us, so to be fair. Interesting. Mannford the other way. Pull up three for Harvey, top the key. That rims out. Rebound taken by Gaines. Still a 10-point lead for the Boomers. 48-38, a minute left. As Gaines getting checked up tight by Hodson. Now Gaines just leaning into him, driving down the left side. He's double teamed, has picked up his dribble, needs some help. Finds Carter Reed near the free throw line. Back to Gaines, top the key. Hodson checking him tightly again. Gaines just feeds it to Hutchins. Hands back to Gaines, goes around to the right side, and finally he's pulled and fouled as Norman just had to reach out and grab his jersey. So Spencer Norman with his second. And that is the 5th of the quarter for Mannford. So we'll send Caden Gaines to the free throw line. So he's got 19 points, like Eric said a minute ago, has earned each and every one of those 19 points tonight. Dips and shoots the first free throw, and it's good. 20 for Caden Gaines. Had 22 last night. We'll continue that 20-point streak here tonight. 49-38, Boomers lead by 11, 42 seconds left. Second free throw for Gaines goes. So he's got 21, Boomers lead by 12. Mannford looking to push off the inbounds. Harvey across timeline. Wants him to attack on Carter Reed. Spins it to paint the scoop layup. Oh my, that was nasty.
That was impressive.
Oh, Mason Harvey. The NBA-style scoop layup there from the left side. Gets it to go down. Price the other way. He's fouled as he gets across the timeline for the Boomers with 25 seconds left in the quarter and the game. So send Price to the line. That's going to be the 5th foul on Max Moore. He's done with 2 points.
I wish they would really call those fouls as intentional fouls when you're not trying to play the ball. Like in that situation, yes, I know it's a fouling situation, but, they're not trying to do anything they can to get the ball in that situation. They're just reaching out and pushing them in the back.
Free throw for Price, up and in. His first point of the game makes it 51-40. Favor the Boomers. There was a situation, one of the, I believe it was Class B game where that happened. They did call the intentional foul and really affected things there. Second free throw for Price, no good, but Hutchins able to pull down the rebound. They'll kick it over to Gaines, high right wing. He's getting poked at. Now just pivoting around it and is fouled again. This time by Harvey, and that's only Harvey's first foul.
See, like in that situation, he's playing the ball the whole time. You know that he's trying to foul.
Right, but does a good job
he's
playing
trying to do it, to the ball.
Yep. 17 seconds left in the game. Gaines at the free throw line again. First one rattles around and in. He's got 22. Might be a career high free throw attempts made today, at least on the varsity side for King Gaines. Second free throw good. 23 points for him, 53-40. Boomers lead with just 15 seconds. Mannford across timeline. Harvey jacks up another three, top of the key. It's high off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Gaines. He's going to dribble it out with 7-6. Mannford has waved the flag, and the Boomers will survive a tough challenge for the Mannford Pirates. They're going to the Regional Consolation Championship game tomorrow. 53-40 your final. The Boomers take the victory. We'll step aside, take a break, come back, and give you the post-game wrap. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire.
Tired of complicated Wi-Fi management? Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi makes it easy. With Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi, you can set your Wi-Fi password, view all your connected devices, and even run speed tests all from your phone. Need to set up parental controls? No problem. Simple, smart, secure. Stay connected and in control with Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Visit GoPioneer.com to learn more.
And back in Kingfisher, Woodward has survived and advanced. They take down Mannford 53-40. The Boomers will move on to face the Cash Bulldogs tomorrow at 2:30 back here in Kingfisher for the Regional Consolation Championship, trying to punch their ticket to area. Let's look at your post-game stats for the Boomers leading the way. Kate Gaines, 23 points. He did make one three-pointer. He hit 12 free throws today. Most of his points built there at the free throw line, but he's got 23. Had Gage Hutchins with 9 points. Isaiah Washington off the bench with 11. Cole Reed off the bench with 5, so they combined for 16 points off the bench. That was not lost in this effort. Big points there. Carter Reed with 4 points, and Connor Price with a point for the Boomers. On the Mannford side, Spencer Norman, Boone Hodson wound up leading the way with 9 points apiece. The big key for them is that the Boomers were able to hold Mason Harvey to 6 and hold Jaden Ager to just 3 points. Logan Byam also had 5 before he ran into some foul trouble. That was the main scorers there for the Pirates. Boomers, it was really the story of the fourth quarter as they were able to win that fourth quarter 18-11. Also, the second quarter, they flipped things around, won that 17-8. So we talked about that in other instances. Can you close the second quarter strong? Can you close the fourth quarter strong? And that seemed to be the difference tonight for the Boomers as they take that 53-41. What do we got as far as the rebounds, steals, turnovers?
Yeah, looking at rebounds first, the Boomers out-rebounded Mannford 23-20. Caden fell just short of a double-double. He had 9 rebounds. Then you had 4 different Boomers with 4 rebounds, including Carter Reed, Connor Sunderland, Isaiah Washington, and Cole Reed. All but Sunderland had an offensive board. Then you had Hutchins with 2 rebounds tonight. So, and then turnovers, as far as turnovers went, it ended up being 12-11. Boomers had 12 turnovers. And a couple of those turnovers just kind of miscommunication type of situations. Stuff like that. So, even though it was ugly, it was rough, at times it was sloppy, but, still the Boomers and really Mannford as well, they still kind of came out and they did what they needed to do to kind of put themselves in positions to either take the lead or maintain the lead in the Boomers' case. So, it was a very physical game, and I think it's a game that maybe the Boomers needed.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully not to the point, because the Boomers are going to have to play a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Yeah, 2:30, not get as much recovery time.
Right. But as far as, maybe give them a little bit of confidence, going into tomorrow, as far as saying, hey, we're going to play with pretty much anybody, multiple different styles. They go out there, play, and finish games.
That they did. And the interesting thing, we were kind of talking about earlier that given how we thought the weekend might go, you might have been on a collision course with a rematch with Cushing for the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament championship game. Not the case. Cushing upset today by Cache, a Cache team that is a few games below 500. Right. They are not on the high side of the record, yet they take down the 13th ranked Tigers 50-47 the final. So Woodward draws a Cache team that's playing with house money. You thought you saw a physical Mannford team today. I imagine Cache is going to try to be in a very similar vein tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to come out there everything they can to take the Boomers kind of out of their game. I saw the Cache coaches up here scouting this game a little bit earlier, so they kind of saw what Mannford did, especially against Caden. And, as far as Caden's game as a whole, they took him out of it, the way he likes to play. He did what he could to get to the line. Still got some points up on the board by forcing his way up on the line. But still, Mannford did a great job of kind of frustrating him at times. And Cache has seen that now, and they're going to come in, like you said, their house money. They weren't expected to be here at this point now, so they're going to come out there, and give it their all and continue to try to shock people.
That they are. So Mannford's season comes to a close at 13-11. The Boomers advance on. They are now 18-6 on the season. That brings us to our Bank of Western Oklahoma player of the game. We came to an agreement on this one. I think we go with Isaiah Washington. What an effort he had off the bench tonight. Had that flurry in the third quarter that really was helping the Boomers. Finished with 11 points, and we had those rebounds as well. Or a couple of those, and some big baskets when Woodward needed them.
Well, and that's the thing is, whenever Isaiah was on the floor, those were the times that the Boomers were able to stretch out their leads. The first half when the Boomers had it was an 11-point lead.
Yep.
At one point, Isaiah was on the floor. He was the one who provided a few of those baskets. Whenever the Boomers stretched out their lead here late in the fourth quarter, Isaiah was the one on the floor. He provided basket, a couple big rebounds, things like that. So, I think he 100% deserves this honor of being player of the game, just because I think he impacted the game, arguably more than anybody else on the floor for the Boomers.
That he did. So we'll give Isaiah Washington our Bank of Western Oklahoma player of the game tonight. Bank of Western Oklahoma goes beyond banking no matter where you are. The Bank of Western Oklahoma, always close. Find a location near you at bankofwesternoklahoma.com. So for tomorrow, we'll be here at Kingfisher, and it's back-to-back games at 1 o'clock for the girls. They will rematch with the Elk City Elkettes, that district championship rematch at 1 o'clock. Winner goes to area, the loser goes home. The boys draw the Cache Bulldogs right after that at 2:30. Same situation. The winner goes on to area, the loser packs it up for the season. That will be the situation. We'll have that coverage here on Z92 as well as Boomer TV tomorrow afternoon. Pregame coverage should be right around 12:30. There's no game in front of it, so we shouldn't have to wait as far as that goes. So we'll have that for you tomorrow. Pregame again starting at 12:30. With that, folks, it's been an exciting weekend so far. Let's see if we could add to it with a couple more games tomorrow and send the Boomers on to another week of basketball. We hope you have a great rest of your Friday night. We hope to see you tomorrow as well. Been listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.